back.
Yeah.
We are back. We are back. We are back to the Couch Coach, your Friday morning pit stop into the greatest sport on this planet. If you are a fantasy football guru, if you just really, really, really love football for some crazy apparent reason, or hey, maybe you just like to hear us talk, you've come to the right place. Guess what? We are the guys that are smarter than the guys who make millions. And we've been proving it week in and week out. I got my co-host with me. I got Tim Jitsu. I got my boy Nui. We got Bernard stepping back in with us one more time to talk his crazy talk. But this is the Couch Coach. We're going to run it just like a real football game. We got our pregame, first quarter, second quarter, halftime, third quarter, fourth quarter, and we bring it home for the win. Y'all ready to kick this thing
Yes,
off?
sir.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Without further
Let's
ado,
get it.
y'all know how we started off. What the hell happened? Hey, Nui, what the hell happened this weekend, bro?
Well, there's a reason I gotta. Damn, I hate I gotta go first, but damn it, 3 straight losses. 3 straight losses, brother.
Yeah, talk about it.
Hurt my heart. Y'all see
Talk
the boys in the back, man. 31-17 to the Bengals. Joe Burrow looked like Joe Burrow. Joe Montana, the 80s team was in the building. We beat them back-to-back years, right? Think we're going to get out of this, right? Hell no. 2 late game turnovers by Brock Purdy. He looked more like, instead of a Glock, like more like a Glock 22. Wasn't very nice. Didn't like it. But it's unfortunate we have to grow with this young man. We can't throw him under the bus because what we're asking him to do is a 10-year veteran. Multiple Pro Bowls. You know what I mean? We're here. We got to make a run. Now we go into a tough schedule. Yeah. Defense isn't looking as sharp. However, we did pick up a nice piece, which we're going to talk about in the second quarter. I'll just hold that off. But outside of that, man, we can't give up a 400 yards of total offense, even though offensively we had 460 yards of total offense. So it wasn't bad.
I love the sob story. I really do. It sounds good. It's very interesting. I love it. I actually love to see it too, that y'all are losing these games.
I know you do.
Let's be real. Are y'all still a Super Bowl contender today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no question about that because I feel like going into the bye week, more like these teams like the Eagles, the Jags, they're going to have a bye week as well. So they're coming back 13 days later. We got to make a run, man. I mean, we can't afford to lose these games. We got Jacksonville, Seattle, Tampa, Seattle. I imagine we split with Seattle on Thanksgiving going to their place. But I think getting back Debo, getting back Trent Williams, getting this other piece, I think we're going to create an opportunity to run because if you look at the past 3 years, now I hate to go down the rabbit hole here, but we've been here before, 3-4, right? We also, under 500 the past 3 years. What did we do? We made a run to the NFC title game. So I'm not really throwing it up, right? Getting ready for the draft. I just feel like we need to prepare. Brock Purdy needs to correct his mistakes, be able to move forward, and then we'll be all right. Run the damn ball.
Y'all gonna have to
run the damn ball, bro.
Y'all gonna have to show
I feel it's a defensive issue. I feel it is. I mean, as much as I hate this, yes, we can. We're actually third in pressure. We just don't get sacks.
Okay,
we get pressure.
Steve
playing too much man, 4th and 2.
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
Playing too much man, 1st and 2nd, bro. You can't do that shit. Have combo coverage, let them boys run, create a couple of stunts. That's it. Jimmy, you got to protect it. We are not a man team, bro.
We're getting too deep.
We're not a man team. We can get deep.
We're getting too deep. I've heard enough about the 49ers already. It's making me sickening just a little bit.
You don't have to.
You know what I mean? We were about to turn it into a show deep about the 49ers, but Tim, man, who you got? What the hell happened over there for you?
Yeah, I'm going to go in the Titans-Falcons game, man. I think we all kind of left the Titans for dead, and they come out with the throwback jerseys, which
BY in the building.
Absolutely love.
Jeff Fisher messed him up. He messed him all the way up. Okay, but it's cool.
Anyway, they didn't wear these jerseys. They wore the Oiler jerseys. They didn't wear these ugly things that you got on right now. But
shit, man, these bitches prom. Steve McNair days. What you mean? What you mean?
You're crazy. You're nuts.
You better stop. That's
Listen,
greatness.
Will Levis was a story for me. 19 for 29,
Yeah. Whoa.
238, 4 touchdowns. His longest was 67 yards. So this dude was not dinking and dunking. He was teeing it
Beehive.
high and letting it fly. Man, he was incredible. And
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? He's all over the internet now. I didn't notice it during the game, but this dude is jacked. Like he
You're
looks like
late,
Rambo
Tim.
under his jersey. It's
It
ridiculous.
looks like Taysom Hill.
No,
No, he's bigger than Taysom Hill, right? He's
No,
like
he's not.
he's taller.
I don't
He
know
is
about that.
I don't know.
jacked. He would-
Taysom's a
I don't know
tank,
he
bro.
would- Boy, he would throw Taysom Hill out the building. He would take
Okay,
him out.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. The Rangers are up 1-0.
Let's go.
Okay,
Damn it,
so
it's
everybody
time.
knows Brandon
Damn
Neely
it, it's time.
is our
Top of the
resident
seventh.
Ranger fan.
Don't care. Oh my God, this is one of those
Okay.
episodes, so I'm sorry if we mess it up.
Hey man,
There you
we're gonna
go.
win the World Series.
Understand.
Anyway,
Understand.
Anyway.
Tell him, Stephen.
Anyway,
Tell him.
back to it.
we don't know if Will Levis is the guy, right? We
Yeah.
have to see
No,
more.
we don't know yet.
That was a hell of a performance, though, and hopefully the Tennessee Titans finally have found a quarterback. Hopefully.
Hold on. Why couldn't they give Malik the same opportunity? I'm just saying.
Hey,
I mean,
look,
Malik got some opportunities.
Why they
last
let him
year,
go
did
like
not
that?
Look good. He got opportunities last year, and he did not look like
True.
Will Levis.
That's
That's-
not
that
true.
I mean, he
true.
did it against
I
the
saw
Chiefs.
him
We
play.
understand it was Arrowhead.
I saw him play. It
Okay,
did not
so
look good. It
Will
looked
Le-
like a mess.
Will-
What did you
Will,
want?
Will Levis was able to play his actual game. Plus, up against the Chiefs, it was run Derrick Henry right, run Derrick Henry left. Let's throw a fade to Robert Woods on the outside. And the crazy thing about it, bro, is they almost beat the Chiefs. They almost beat their ass. And that's
I'm just
sad.
saying.
but you know what?
I don't think Malik got a fair shot.
Almost
didn't, bro.
has never. Hey, guess what?
Okay.
Almost has never counted.
Short
by the
leash.
time all you guys see this episode,
Malik isn't
we
the guy.
will know if Will Levis is really like that. All right, point blank.
That's true.
What the hell happened this week is it's a sad moment, man. Kirk Cousins, man, that's my guy. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Wait.
I am what?
He's a pocket passer, right? He popped his Achilles in a pocket?
I
Not
don't care what-
running.
I don't
Not
care if he
running.
popped his
Let him
Achilles.
talk, dog.
Hey, I don't care if he popped his
Nothing to do with
Achilles in the bathroom. All right, Kirk Cousins will go down as one of the most underappreciated quarterbacks of all time. I don't know how his career
I agree.
is gonna go moving forward, and I hate the way it looks because it's always gonna be like the story that was never finished now. Because he was playing the best, he was number one in yards right now, he was number one in touchdowns, and then for that to happen when we're beating the Packers, right, our foe. You know, the number one team that's the one game of the season that, hey, didn't matter how the season went. Did you sweep the Packers, though? You know, for him to be playing the Packers like that, be up by 2 touchdowns and go down like that, it's just a really devastating blow, not only to that team, but I just think Kirk Cousins is a great guy. After that series, I'm getting choked up. After that series, I think people start to really find out, you know, what kind of guy he is. If you did
Right.
watch that series, you did fall in love with
Yeah.
kind of the player and know how hard he works. And he's never been hurt before, never missed the game. So that was my
Right.
what the hell happened. As far as, you know, what happened in the game, it was just a beat up session. The Packers are terrible. I don't know what's going on with that organization. I thought they had a good coach. I really did like the quarterback. I did like the weapons. The defense is still awesome. They have some really good players on that team, but something ain't right. Point blank.
They suck.
They just suck. You know what I mean? But besides that, Kirko, our best wishes to you. I hope you get better. The Vikings will
Damn,
roll on.
sad thing.
You'll hear more about that on this show a little bit later on. But Bernard, you're what the hell happened? What'd you see this weekend?
It was the Saints versus the Colts, but more so the Saints, bro. Like the last 2-3 weeks, the Saints have been struggling by punching the ball in up in the goal line. So they finally put number 7 in the game, Taysom Hill, right? They threw
He
it
been
to
waiting
him
on
a little-
this shit.
I
He's
have, bro.
got one specific skill set. Good for him.
Been waiting.
He been
on
waiting
this.
on this.
Listen. They threw it to him. He had a 44-yard completion, bro. He had 9 carries for like 70-something yards, one up on the ground, bro. Like that's very electric. And they
looked
spread the
good.
ball around. Still, Kamara's back. Olave did pretty well. Mike Thomas
Mike
is still
Thomas was
involved
very
in the
involved.
offense.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's really my what the hell happened, because they looking good. If they can clean up the mojo, bro, like I like what I'm seeing, because the Buccaneers lost also, so that
Are they a
division
playoff
is
team?
taking a turn.
Are they a
Yes.
playoff team?
They could be if they let number 7 play though. Like seriously, like he's their playmaker.
What about Rashid Shaheed?
So
He a monster, bro.
Yeah.
Take the top
Bro,
off the
he went
defense.
off. He went off.
Number
Thank you for
7
allowing
is
me to get
playing.
that fantasy,
What else
guys.
do you want from him?
Play. What do you
Do you
mean?
want them to replace Derek? Do you want Derek Carr to sit the bench?
Yes.
Is that what you want?
No,
Yes,
But then
because
Tyson Hill won't be
wait.
catching
If-
44-yard passes. The ball
Exactly.
won't be being spread
No,
around. Your
Bernard.
offense will be
Exactly.
one-dimensional.
Derek
You
Carr
can't
had a
do that.
great game.
That's true. He needs to be playing everywhere.
Derek
like
Carr
said.
had a great game.
That's how they win.
Bro.
He's
What
an
are you
H-back
talking
now.
about?
That's what he is. He's an H-back and he's a wildcat
He's a
quarterback.
gadget
He's
player.
no more than that. He's never been more than that. That's all
Derek
he's
Carr
ever
went
been. He's
19
good.
Listen, Derek Carr
That's
went
good.
19 to 27, 310 yards, 2 TDs, and no picks. That's exactly what I need from my quarterback.
That's a
why
perfect
would they-
scenario, bro.
Why were they struggling?
That's
in
winning
the goal
football.
line? Why were they struggling in the goal line?
I understand he can be a gadget piece, but do
No,
you really
but
feel
why
like
were
he
they
can play 4
struggling
quarters
in the
of
goal
efficient
line?
football and
Because
quarterback?
they didn't have a running back that could
Come
punch
on,
it in.
man.
Thank you.
Come on,
Now
waiting
they
on
now
this
they
shit.
bring in Taysom Hill. They've got a little bit of a
So
They
put
didn't
him
have a
in,
running back
yeah.
that could punch it
Zero
in.
RPO.
I like
Guess
that.
who was punching
Yeah,
it in?
use it.
Taysom Hill. So he needs to keep that role.
Use it.
All right. With that,
Correct.
But hey, guess what, Nard? I actually do love that choice, because you know what? I didn't really think about it. The Saints are kind of brewing a little bit. I can maybe see them making
Told
a
y'all.
playoff run. I'll give you that. I like that. We're gonna keep
Hold
it moving.
on. Last week, you guys, I don't want to hear anything else about the Saints. Right?
That's why it's my what
I'm gonna
the
just
hell
let you
happened.
know that
It's a
I've been
week-to-week
telling
league.
you.
It's a
I've been
week-to-week
telling
league.
you
It's a
they're
thank
on
you,
the
Tim.
rise.
Wait.
Whatever.
I'll say it for him one more. It's a week-to-week league.
Thank you.
And last week
Whatever.
did not
Brock
look
Purdy
like
was
this.
playing like a top 5 quarterback a couple weeks ago.
Facts. Think about it. If they lose that game,
No, he's not.
where is their season? Where's their season if they lose that game and 2 other teams
Down the
win?
drain.
It's a week-to-week league. I'm telling you, man. They have a good defense. Defense wins championships. They will win that division.
Oh,
Watch.
okay.
Watch. That is a bold that is a bold projection right there.
The Buccaneers have lost 2
Yeah, it's
in
not
a
that
row. The
The
Falcons aren't
Falcons are
very
on their
good.
next
Listen.
quarterback. You know what I mean? Hey,
Right.
that's an easy game.
Taylor Heineke, you're up, bub.
He is up.
Bring in Goldman Rock.
Good luck.
What is it on
I hate they got the
what-
Vikings first because I like Taylor, but you know what? We're gonna keep it moving. Hey, here at the Couch Coach, look, if you heard already, we're a bunch of guys love to talk football, but best believe we're probably smarter than the guys that you listen to on your local networks. That is right. Follow us at The Couch Coach Club. That is at The Couch Coach Club everywhere on all social media websites. Oh, please come talk to us. We want to hear some more feedback. We want to hear if we're doing good. We want to hear if we suck. Let us know something, but let's talk some football. Without further ado, let's move to the second quarter. This new second quarter is something I like. This one's right at the trade deadline. It's called Big Move, Bad Move, No Move. What I want you to talk about here, Nard, I'm going to pop it off with you. What was a move that you saw that made sense? What was a move that didn't happen that would have made sense here at the trade deadline? Talk to me.
Well, everybody know I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan and Dallas Cowboy fan.
Mhm.
I wanted to see the Cowboys get Derrick Henry or Ezekiel Elliott back. Like they're missing that slow down the pace of the game for sure. 4 yards in a cloud of dust type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Baltimore, on behalf of Baltimore, yeah, they got Gus the Bus, but at the same time, all the rest of their other backs are kind of smaller guys like Justice Hill. He's good, but
Right.
he's a smaller back. He's not going to be a finisher. Gus has a history of getting hurt like up around this time, so
Right.
it would
That
have
would have been a
great,
nice element to have.
a
in
great
December.
pickup
Yeah.
to spell. Yeah, exactly. But it didn't happen. So, but I don't know. I don't know what Dallas is going to do about that run game because Leonard Fournette. Because I think Tim actually wanted Lenny
He
and
did. That
Dallas
was
but
a
he
great
just signed
call.
with
Yeah,
Buffalo.
Yeah,
and a
he just went to
playoff team
Buffalo.
said that
Right.
he's going to change our game, and
That's
see
huge
what
for Buffalo, by the
that's
way.
huge. I think
That
Is
it's
he
so
playing?
huge.
hopefully that takes
Fresh
Josh
legs,
That's
Allen
real huge.
takes a little bit off Josh Allen, particularly in the red zone.
fresh legs in
Exactly.
And on
November.
those short yardage plays. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's keep it rolling. Nui. Who took the biggest move? What was the biggest move of this trade deadline? What do you think?
The biggest move to me was Kevin Byard. I mean,
Hmm.
the guy from Tennessee. I think, man. Obviously, they've been lacking a little bit in the secondary with the Eagles.
I like it.
I think getting a guy like that, a former captain for the Tennessee Titans, he was a dog out there, man. I think that adds a little bit more intensity they haven't seen since Brian Dawkins. I'm not comparing him to
Yeah.
Brian Dawkins by
He's
no
a cowboy
stretch.
killer. He's definitely a cowboy killer. So
Yeah. I feel like, man, that to me is the biggest like blockbuster, like how he did it again. And I know Nine's gonna eat it up, right? I get it. They're gonna be stacked, but how long can Hurts really hold up right now with that knee injury? It looks a little bit weird. I think for me, Chase Young, I think adding Chase Young helps. For a third round
Huge.
pick if it doesn't go well. If it doesn't go
Cheaters.
well, we don't owe anything. We're only going to pay him about $500,000 this year, which is awesome.
both of those
Compared
deals
to
are
the
just
42
steals.
million.
It's both of
It's
those deals
steals.
was just
And-
robbery.
Yeah, and he already has 5 sacks. So I love that. So while Bosa and Hargrove is getting double teamed, you allow the opportunity for Chase to go on one-on-one. I like my chances versus the former second round pick. I mean, I can go down a list, man, but I'm sure you guys have a lot more to say. But those are my 2 picks that really stand out. I'm really shocked about the Derrick Henry to the Ravens. I'm actually kind of hurt by that because I wanted Derrick to go. Let's get some different
Bro, that
picks.
would've been
Maybe it's the Will
crazy,
Levis
bro.
show, but I couldn't imagine them trading them in the same conference. It's a little
Exactly.
strange,
I mean,
right?
think,
So
you
I
gotta think
understood
about
that maybe going to Dallas would have really worked out
you got to think about what
because they need a big back.
what that win did, and what kind of steroid shot that win did for the team, because it made everybody
Oh,
say,
absolutely.
that
"Oh,
win blew
what
a
if?"
couple trades. Yeah.
Well, what if?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let hold
Yeah.
on now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they're still in the thick of this, so I kind of get them holding tight. You know what I mean? Tim.
Well, with the Will Levis performance for
Oh
sure.
my, that's what
Yeah.
I mean. You know what I mean? So Tim, I mean, I
Yeah,
saw
that
some
was
people,
a no-brainer.
I saw a lot of people make moves. I mean, was there a no move that kind of caught you off guard?
Well, yeah, there's a no move, of course. It's, Bernard already touched on it. It's the Dallas Cowboys sitting there doing nothing.
Right.
At least
Like
from
they
the outside
always
looking
do.
in. And the question is, from Tennessee, what was the price tag for Derrick Henry? Was there a price tag, and then was that taken away after they got the big win on Sunday? And then, DeAndre Hopkins, what was his price tag? I think there was a couple of teams that really could have elevated offensively with the DeAndre Hopkins on their team. Kansas
sure.
City being one, Dallas being one, that could use another playmaker. So, those teams not making moves and not getting anybody really, really kind of threw me off guard, with the Cowboys in particular. I know that the Chiefs, and it escapes me now, I know the Chiefs got a receiver that's going to work out well for them. What's that?
Miko.
Well, they got Miko they got him a week ago. I thought they got another receiver just a couple days ago, but now I can't remember who it was. But at any rate, I think the Cowboys are the big losers here because they're the team that is probably a piece or two away. And then you look at the 49ers who you have to get through. You look
And
at the Eagles who
already
you
handled
have to
you.
get
And they
through.
both added.
And those two
Manhandles
teams
you.
both added
You're
defensively.
baby
and-
brother now.
And we added nothing. And we have our number one running back is truly a third down back. We're taking away from his explosiveness by trying to ask him to run through the tackles the way we are in first and second down. We needed a Derrick Henry. We needed a
agree.
Lenny Fournette, and I just think that we poo-pooed the bed on that, so to speak. So I don't know. I think the lack of doing anything to better your team, because the ego tells you that you're good enough, I think it could cost us when it matters in January.
It would be different if you didn't take the beating that you took to the 49ers. If you've been competitive all year, and it wasn't a game.
I'm worried about that game, though.
Yeah, you are.
I
You
think you
should be,
should though,
because
because
you're gonna have to
you
play
have
us
to go
again.
through them.
That won't be
You
the
got to
same
play
game
them
plan.
again.
It won't
Nah,
be the
I
maybe
same
think
not.
game plan.
Purdy will
when
kick
you
your
look at
ass
that
again,
game,
bro.
man, I think you look at that game, I
Nothing.
think for whatever reason, the Cowboys came out sort of flat. The 49ers came out on fire. Things went their way early. Like everything went perfect for them. It was kind of like our game where we had a blowout against the Rams this weekend, where early on you get the early turnover, you get the
Right.
big punt return, everything is clicking, and now it's a blowout, right? I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Like we say, it's a week-to-week league. I can't worry about that 1 week because you know what? It took everybody in the building to blow. One player wasn't going to make a difference in that game. But what
I'll give you that.
concerns me is the 49ers made a move defensively that could be a game record, could be a game changer, and we did nothing. We at least get a
It's
running
about to go
back that
crazy.
can pass protect and protect our quarterback, and we didn't even do that.
So it's kind of bothering me. And let me ask y'all. I want to know what y'all think. Why is it that there's only maybe 4 or 5 guys that are very, very aggressive at all times when it comes to try to bettering their teams? I don't get it. I mean, everybody has the same resources. Everybody has the same time in the day. Everybody knows everything. You know who's available. Why is it that I always got to hear Howie's name?
Because Howie knows
Howie
that his
just-
team is always right there. And he's
Yeah,
looking
they're
for that
loaded,
missing
man.
piece.
They're loaded. Plus, Jalen took a friendly deal as far as contract goes.
Why do they understand
They
how to
got a
be
lot
aggressive?
of chess pieces.
You know, it's
They're
kind
they're
of.
just that team, man, that doesn't rely on so many draft picks as much as they used to. Besides Jalen Collier, obviously.
But I think you do got to
Their
build
chips
a foundation.
all in.
I
Their
think you
chips
gotta-
all in to beat the Chiefs.
Right. I think you got to build a foundation, which kind of brings me to how I was feeling this weekend. When I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the Commanders, and they're probably going to get a lot of scrutiny. And I've talked a lot really bad about this organization. The next move, they got to get Ron Rivera out of there ASAP because he's terrible. But people are going to, in hindsight, people are going to like, oh my God, they got rid of Montez Sweat. They got rid of Chase Young. They got rid of these really big contracts. You got to think about how much money Nick Bosa just made. You know what I mean? He set the market, and now some guys who haven't really proven what they need to prove are going to get overpaid here, over the next couple of years. So I think you saw what Sam Howell did against the Eagles. And then they basically sat back and said, you know what, let's go ahead and build around this kid. Let's go ahead and ship these guys out.
Right.
The Bears actually botched this. They botched this. This was terrible.
Yeah.
Chase Young went for a third. Montez Sweat went for a second. And you know what you didn't do? They didn't even sign him. They didn't even sign him. So now he can go to free agency for free. Come on,
Straight up.
Chicago. Like, soon as I was saying, good job. Oh, you went to go get some talent, you know what I mean, that maybe didn't pan out and you can go get them for cheap. You botched it again because you didn't even sign them before the deadline. Come on, Chicago.
And they didn't make the deal for Jalen Johnson either, did they? They never
did
made
not.
that deal. And you had two teams that were ready to pull the trigger on that.
And it makes no sense. I just something is not right with this organization and the people that have been involved. I don't necessarily like the coach at all. I think he's just a coordinator. I think the GM is over his head. Something's not right. I'm gonna skip over to the other side in the same division.
Not right in Chicago.
The Vikings brought in Josh Dobbs. Look, I'm gonna say I believe in Jaren Hall. In my mind, Josh Dobbs will never see the field, and he'll be a premium backup and be the best backup in the league because Jaren Hall will not lose this spot. But if you're gonna replace Kirk midseason, bringing in somebody like Josh Dobbs, I like it.
Is this
You
guy
like that
really
better
that
than-
guy?
You like
Is
that
this
better
guy
than
like
Colt McCoy?
let's talk about that. Yeah.
Colt McCoy's been in this offense. He's a proven
My man was
winner in this
rolling,
league.
wasn't he?
Man,
If my man was rolling, wasn't he?
Here's my thing about Jaren Hall.
Wait a minute.
Here's my thing about Jaren Hall. He's a polished kid. He's an older kid. He's already has a kid. You know what I mean? If you already have a kid, you just start to operate different. You know what I mean? He stepped into the league already grown. So for him to have this job and then be under somebody like Kirk Cousins, you know what I mean? The way Kirk Cousins addresses the game,
Operates,
the way
yeah.
Kevin O'Connell, the way they approach the game, him being a student of a game, being a sponge. I just want to say I want to give him a chance because I think he can go be that.
Okay.
Like a Brock Purdy.
But yes,
Like a Dak
but,
Prescott his rookie year.
But
No.
yes, just like
Brock
that.
Purdy?
But if you can't do that, I love the fact that we brought in Josh Dobbs for nothing. We gave them a 7th that can turn into a 6th for nothing, and he's a premium backup, and I absolutely love it.
It's crazy how they let him go. Like after, I
Yeah.
thought he was doing pretty well. He laid a couple of eggs, but I thought he
didn't have
was
much to work with.
He's
fighting.
not great. He's not a great player, but they did let him go for nothing.
Did James Conner really kill that whole thing?
No, what
Bro.
they had to do is the two things have to happen. You have to see what you have in Clayton Tune, who's a rookie. You have to see it. So even if it's one game, that's why I think he's going to play this week, because you got to give him one game just to see what you have. And then by the end of the season, you have to showcase Kyler. So knowing all of that information, regardless, you got to get Josh Dobbs out of there. Like,
I don't think you showcase Kyler at all.
How are they going to move off Kyler? Who's going to take that contract?
I don't think you do it.
Bro,
I think
that'd be the worst mistake Arizona would ever make, bro.
Do you agree to play Kyler right now? I don't.
No, I wouldn't play him.
It's not worth it.
You're not going to be able to
guys
move
said
off
you guys said last week that you would.
Right now, I wouldn't, because you just traded Josh Dobbs. So you go find out what you have.
Just told y'all this.
Go find out what you had with the rookie right now. This is the guy you drafted.
Nard, I just said this last week.
Go see what you have with the rookie in Clayton Tune. Just find out. Give him a game. Just to say, guess what?
Bye.
Will Levis just threw for 4 touchdowns. It's happening all across the league. These young guys are just stepping in.
They're not prepared for him. Yeah.
And they're ready to play. So go see what you have, and if it doesn't work, you go back to your franchise quarterback. But you got to find out if he's healthy first.
It's not a fair shot, though. He doesn't have D-Hop out there. Doesn't have Derrick Henry.
No, he doesn't.
But I'm just telling you, Jaren Hall does not have the playmakers. Justin Jefferson is still out, bro. Like, he gonna be out there by himself. Like, shit, I don't even know what to do right now.
So Jordan Addison doesn't matter?
To make a statement that Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson are nobodies is absolutely disrespectful.
That's insane,
bro. Just listen. That's not
We're listening.
Look. So if they're trying to make a playoff push, bro, teams are gonna take away their most prized players at that moment in time. It's not gonna take much for somebody to take away Jordan Addison. He's a rookie, bro. He don't know everything. He ain't seen every coverage. Everybody knows who TJ Hawkinson is. You have no run game. The only way that you can get anything out of Jaren Hall is if you make him a playmaker. Take him back to what he was at BYU. He was a good player at BYU. Just don't ask him to do anything that he's uncomfortable doing.
I got you.
I just hate they got off of him like that. Call of Duty's about to be out, guys. Do not play Kyler.
You're stupid.
No, I'm not. The fucking stats back it up, dude.
What did I tell you before? There's no Kyler Murray slander on this show.
He's a gamer.
With that being said,
I love
we're going
Kyler.
to halftime. Yes, sir. So now we done put the plays together. We're about to run back out from the tunnel. It's been a wild episode already. Check me out. I need y'all to follow us. Please like, subscribe, comment at The Couch Coach Club. That is at The Couch Coach Club. And maybe you are a couch coach and you want to come visit us. Please give us a shout at Get Comfy. That's Get Comfy at thecouchcoachclub.com. We want to hear from you. If you haven't
Don't come here flat.
Real talk. Don't come here flat. We're going to talk that
Don't
talk.
come here flat with no notes preparation.
We're going to talk that talk. And we talk that talk here on the Couch Coach. And in addition to that, my boys talk that talk on the QB Huddle podcast. That is the QB Huddle podcast. At this point, y'all better already know what's going on over there. But the biggest thing is I just need to know, where can they like and subscribe to the QB Huddle podcast, Tim and Newey?
Which one want to go, me or you? It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'll give a little taste. You can give some. We have the YouTube page. It's YouTube at QB Huddle. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere. Just a couple, quarterback nerds played the position, coached the position, trained the position, and we talk about it now. Like we're smarter than the people that get paid millions. Louis, what you got?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cough in your joint, but hey, man, listen up, listeners. We're spitting some real facts when it comes to quarterbacks. I mean, I will shit on my quarterback just as much as I'll praise the other one, right? We're going to give and take. Some guys are hot. Some guys are absolute ass. Now, what you got to think about, if you're trying to get your weekly content when it comes to quarterbacks, please like, subscribe. We're going to send out content through TikTok, all social media platforms. It's just a bunch of quarterback nerds like Tim attests to, man.
Yep.
We're just shooting the shit. We got some great guests. They've done a great job as far as just the preparation, just the interaction, good or bad, positive or negative. We love to hear feedback. All we're going to do is just provide you weekly content. Stay tuned to that. Also, it's getting later in the season, right? So that college draft and projections are going to start to come up, right? So you definitely need to tune in to this week's Couch Coach. Yes, as we talk about our top 5 guys from the collegiate level that are going to make an impact, potentially. We got some sleepers. We got some obvious candidates. But stay tuned, man.
And we had local icon guest, Coach Jackie Bridges, with us.
Coach Jack in the building, man.
As
it was
our
awesome.
co-host. So it was awesome.
Yes. Y'all tap in with that. Hey, look, this is why it's so important. If you don't know already, 67 quarterbacks started a game last season. There's only 32 teams.
You know that.
So that just shows you how important quarterback play is in 2023.
Absolutely.
So if you really want to go into a deeper dive, you know where to go find it. Let's keep it moving here on the Couch Coach. This is the third quarter. This is the pigskin stock market. Who's our risers? Who's our fallers? Nard, give me a team. Who's rising? Who's falling?
I got the Saints rising. Obvious reasons, like I had already mentioned it because of number 7. They're using them a
my God.
more. They got Michael Thomas back, Alvin Kamara back. The run game is good. Derek Carr is playing well. And then my father are the San Francisco 49ers.
Bang, bang.
Hey, man, I can't wait. I can't wait till you record this and eat your words. So go ahead and continue on this.
I'm just saying. I think
It's a week.
I'm pretty sure Dallas is not going to have the same exact game plan that they had the very first week. That was just kind of like, well, we just going to see what they're going to come out in. They got a new defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? And now, and the same thing with Dallas's game coming up this weekend. I don't really care if they lose. They got to play them later on, right? So that game doesn't really matter.
I think it's split.
Exactly.
I think it's split.
I want that win at the end of the season.
Yeah, you want to win at the end of the season, but you don't want to go to Santa Clara. You don't want to go to Philly. No way.
I want to win this weekend.
We're going to whoop y'all ass.
We're not going to win, but I want to win.
Go ahead and talk that cash shit. I can't wait because the last 3 seasons that we've done this, our actual record was worse than this.
Oh, but
so
that's
continue.
But that's not this season, and I don't really care about that. Anyways, Tim, who's your riser?
Hey, man, facts don't lie. That's facts.
My riser is the Jets, Jets.
Okay,
they just keep winning, don't they?
In a row.
I like that one.
They're dirty, huh?
I've looked at their schedule. I could
Mm-hmm.
see them potentially winning up to 7 more games, which would put them at an 11-win season. With Aaron Rodgers potentially coming back, this could be a playoff team. The New York Jets could somehow squeeze into the playoffs with a defense and a quarterback now that is playing within himself and making very good decisions. And I'm loving what we're seeing from them.
Hey, you don't want to tackle
Zach
Brees Hall in
Wilson's
December.
playing, bro.
No, Brees Hall is catching fire.
Brees Hall in December,
Yeah, he is.
man.
No.
He's a monster.
Listen, we know
they play tight
the
games.
NFL is never going to change. Run game and defense is always going to give you an advantage. If you can run the ball and play defense in December and January, you're always going to have an advantage. I love what the Jets are doing, especially because you see the Bills kind of up and down. You see the Dolphins now. We've seen the chink in their armor with better defenses. So the Jets are putting themselves right in that mix. So I love what we're seeing there.
I don't dislike it.
My faller is going to be your Minnesota Vikings.
Ouch.
I hate to say it, but without Kirk Cousins, who is the engine of that team,
Cheers, Kirk Cousins.
I just don't see it. You don't have a strong run game to protect the young rookie quarterback. You don't have your number 1 wide receiver to protect the young rookie quarterback. Your defense is going to have to play lights out. And you know what your team has done all season long?
Right.
Your team has potentially has fumbled the season away, so to speak, all season long. So you're already dealing with turnovers. You were already a great 2-win team at one point in the season, is what we said about the Vikings with Kirk Cousins. Without him, I just don't see it. I see you potentially losing 6 games going into the rest of the year, unless Josh Jobs comes in, learns the offense, catches fire. Because as good as this rookie might be, Hall, here this week, maybe 2 weeks, he's going to come up against a team that's welcoming him to the NFL, right? I just don't see the Vikings doing what you think they're going to do. And I think that the Lions now are the cream of the crop in that division, and I think they will have zero competition winning the NFC North now going forward.
I mean, if you've been watching the games, the Lions haven't looked dominant for a couple of weeks. You know, even in their wins, they just haven't been looking dominant for a couple of weeks. The one thing about this team over the last 4 weeks, they have now turned a kind of historically bad defense over the last 3 years or so into a top 3 defense over the last 4 weeks. So they're not just playing okay; they're playing out of their minds right now. And
they're going to have to continue that.
They're only giving up 21 points a game. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then
it's not excellent, but it's not pretty decent.
In those last 4 games, it was only 14 points. So I think you're looking at a team that they said, you know what,
play close.
Check me out. They go, you know what, we got to go win for JJ. And then all of a sudden, everything's starting to click. No more turnovers. The defense looks great. And now Kirk Cousins goes down. And I think everybody was still looking around the room like, man, this was our team. This was our time. And I think they're going to rise to the occasion. I think it's going to look a lot different than a lot of people think. I'm not going to keep going on that, but I just believe in it.
I love your optimism.
Before you move on, I want to jump in on what you said earlier. I'm a big Kirk Cousins fan too, right? Even though he went to Michigan State, obviously as a Michigan fan, I don't cheer for Michigan State. But seeing him play all the time in the Big Ten, I was always a fan of Kirk Cousins. So I'm with you. And I do feel he's underappreciated. I feel like he's in the same class of that guy right behind me. And so I feel you on that. I feel your pain watching your guy go down. So I'm not trying to pile on when I give them as a faller. I'm just telling you what I see.
That's why I think they're going to rise to the occasion. I think even him, he's going to be a part of the process. What kind of guy he is, he's going to be in the room as they study. He's going to be on the sideline. Yeah. He's going to be in his ear. I think it's going to be a team.
Look at him like he just knows him.
This is going to be a team deal. You know what I mean?
To him,
I don't think it's going to be one of those things where Justin Jefferson wheels us to a win. Or no, I just think everybody's going to play their part and it's going to look different. I don't want to keep going on that. Your risers and fallers, Nui, who you got?
So before I get into my risers and fallers, you're saying he's a Brock Purdy story.
Ish.
Oh my God.
He's that respect
Same situation.
I respect it. If you can make it happen, it's the same offense. We'll see.
Into a top 5 offensive line,
4-year vet,
really good weapons, and a really good defense right now. And the coach is going to have to put everything on his back. Come on, KOC. Who's your riser and faller?
My riser is going to be the Detroit Lions, man. They sit number 1 in their division. They're 6-2. They're looking good. That was a tough little win, and Monday night they got the respect. Those blue unis or the blue helmets were fly.
They were amazing.
My goodness. Maybe want to play him on a mat. And Jared Goff, he went off. New tight end, rookie tight ends going off. It looks like Gibbs is getting going. Defense is, battling. Obviously, they sacked Jimmy Garoppolo a few times, and I appreciate that. But outside the ass whooping Lamar Jackson gave them, I think they played a very, very, very good season right now.
Wait till they get Montgomery back.
And he's a game changer.
Montgomery's an engine there. It helps with the play action game. I mean, you get him running downhill. You get Gibbs a little bit. Right?
How about that lady in the stands that picked up old boy that ran for the touchdown and literally picked him up and put him into the stands with her?
What is going on? Like, I'm with you.
Yeah, that was a little bit nuts.
That was a little much, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope he got her number at least.
Something.
He got molested. Hey, listen, she was doing the most. She was so happy, bro.
What?
She was doing the most. The next day? Oh my gosh.
What do you think she did the next day when everybody was talking about it, memeing it? It's like, this is
right.
Who's your baller, Nui?
My Fowler, man, even though they're number one in the division, I think that loss and the benching of this quarterback really set them back. It's the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, I think you allowed a rookie to light you up. Defensively, I thought they were going to give a little bit of a better test because they statistically have the entire year. They play tough defense, right? We talked about them on the Couch Coach several times. They're sitting at 4-4, man. I just think New Orleans is rolling right now. Maybe Tampa gets fixed. I don't think they win the division, even though they're number one in it. You know, they're sitting right now 2-0 in the division.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could be a potential fall. You know, I think the games that'll line up for them, I wouldn't say it necessarily plays in their favor. I think Minnesota could sneak away with this one. Yeah. I think Arizona, they'll probably win, but then they play New Orleans, and then they play the New York Jets and Tampa, right? It's iffy with them, especially with Tyler Heineke coming in. Desmond Ridder just got taken out. He damn near leads the league in turnovers. Especially not in picks, but fumbles, goddamn. Yeah. Protect the ball with two hands.
Stop
come on, man. That's rookie shit. Yeah. Like, right? We're out of that rookie season. I know it's your first year starting, but damn, bro, you got weapons. Yeah. Like, how do you not maintain? And it's not losing to the Tennessee Titans. It's losing to a damn rookie. Ouch. That's the thing. It's losing to a rookie. And this is his first NFL experience. And he looked like he just been in the league for 4 years, and D-Hop just got a resurgence.
I'm be honest.
The Titans been iffy, and they look like they dominated.
I don't love the fit with Arthur there. I just don't know if it's the right fit. I don't want to discredit
Maybe he's
him.
Not right personality.
I think he's a good coach. Don't get it twisted. I think he's a good coach. I just think his personnel. Everything about it, I don't really love how he's using his personnel. It just doesn't feel like the right fit.
He doesn't get the most out of him.
Absolutely.
Right. You got too many weapons out there, man. I mean, we can talk about Kyle Pitts being what a shell of him. Like, no, bro. No. If he came to the 49ers, if he went to Dallas, if he went to Minnesota or anywhere, right, with y'all's teams, bro, he would ball. He would be a problem. He'd be the big motherfucker that, or excuse me on my language, he'd be the big motherfucker that's on the outside in the red zone throwing the fade. Why not? Shit. Why not? You got him. That's literally 20% of your game when we get in the red zone. That's what you're gonna do.
You got Swiss Army knights like Cordell Patterson that's not even really seeing the field that much.
Never gets burned, bro.
Like,
he's one of the best
put him on
athletes
the field. Put him on
ever.
a bubble screen. Just have him on the field because you never know where he's going to line up. Some things just don't make sense. I really like them as a faller. My riser this week, the Seattle Seahawks are turning into a problem. I think they made.
I knew they were going to be a problem.
They silently made the best trade this weekend because it's
no, they didn't.
It's not the player. It's the situation. The one thing that they needed to do. Yes. Yeah, they needed somebody to help them go stop the run in December and January, like we just talked about. I think bringing in Leonard Williams is going to be a very good start to that process. They haven't had somebody on that line like that for a while. I think they've been missing that in Seattle, and he brings an instant change. And then guess what they did? They went out there and they beat the Browns. Another defense that they were able to put 24 points on. You know what I mean? A really, really good defense. If they can continue that, I think they're going to be a problem for the next couple weeks, especially with the 49ers going on this losing streak.
Yeah, we got to face them 2 out of the 3 weeks, bro. 2 out of 3 weeks.
Exactly.
We play them.
So that's what you want. At the end of the season,
I don't know, bro.
You want to be able to control your own destiny, and right now they can. It's easier for them.
I mean, they can. I mean, they can. But the last game is against in home, bro. We about to eat Geno, bro.
No, I figure their schedule is an absolute gauntlet. So I have to see how that's going to pan out. My faller is going to be very easy to talk about. And it's all over the media, anyways. It's the Raiders, man.
Thank you.
I mean, I thought somebody was going to say that. Anyways, I thought they had already fell.
New news.
That's probably why it wasn't a conversation. Like I said a couple
weeks ago. With your trash ass.
Josh McDaniels is trash, and I'm glad we got him out. I don't want to see his face anymore in front of a
Brady system.
Man, look, if Josh McDaniels is going to be anywhere, put him in some box and make him be talking through the headphones. That's it. I don't want to see him calling any shots. point blank, that was a disaster. The whole thing, from the beginning to the end of his time in Oakland, was an absolute. Or my bad, in Vegas was an absolute disaster. They needed a change. The team sucks. Jimmy Garoppolo looks terrible. He looks like the worst quarterback in the league. He's my least favorite player in the NFL right now after what I saw him do the other day. The disrespect of how he did to Devontae Adams, like, bruh, fam.
Man, I got to be honest. It makes Kyle Shanahan look that much better because Jimmy won 70% of his game with us. I appreciate it. He's a timing quarterback, but the guy can't move, and you know damn well that's not the way the game's going. It's regressing that way, man. And these new guys who can move their feet are really ascending.
You know what? It's not even the legs. It's the simple things that pissed me off about that game. And Jimmy G,
he doesn't move.
They had a 4th and 2. They had Josh Jacobs right in front of him, jumping up and down, looking for the ball on the 4th and 2, and he didn't even look at him. That just pissed me off. I'm glad the coach got fired. Bench him. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Bernard, your riser and faller, who's your player that you got?
I got Dak rising, bro.
I like
two
that.
straight games where that's 2 straight games that he showed up well, man. And my father is Brock Purdy again.
Okay.
He's falling, bro.
Needed. No explanation needed. 0-3.
Oh my God, this is recorded. I love it.
Yeah, no explanation needed.
Love it.
Riser and faller.
So hold on. No.
We can't move
Every
on
time
from
you bring up
that?
the 49ers,
Of course we can't move on.
No.
Of course.
No.
Okay.
It ain't emotional. It ain't emotional. It's not emotional.
Let's stop for Brandon.
By the way, the Rangers are up 1-0 in the top of the 8th. Now,
that's beautiful.
2 outs. We got one more. Now,
can we move on. Oh no,
no. Hell no.
I've had to listen to this for 4 days.
Nard, I agree with you with a lot of in-breaking routes, right? But why do you think he's falling after 5 passes? Those 5 interceptions are what literally determines this guy's absolute ass or falling or whatever the hell you want to call it. Because if stop. If I'm right, he's number 2 in quarterback in QBR and quarterback rating right now, right?
3.
So despite those 5 interceptions, and whoever your boy is
I think he's 3.
has all these other turnovers, explain to me why he's falling.
Because they lost 3 games in a row, Nui. You don't have to spell it out. Okay? Win the games and you don't get in the falling category. We're moving on. Tim, who's your riser and faller player this week?
Forget y'all, man.
Okay. My riser is Russell Wilson.
Okay.
He, man, a couple weeks ago, because this is a week-to-week league, I looked in the camera and told this man to retire. I told him to.
You did.
Let's ride back to the sofa, right? That's what I told him to do.
I like you.
I'm sure he didn't listen.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't care about what Tim Smith had to say. But my man, since that time, has won 2 games in a row. This week, 12 of 19, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. 2 weeks ago, 20 of 29, no turnovers with the win over Green Bay. So he's taking care of the ball. He's playing well. I love when Russell Wilson is playing well. I do. So it's good to see the Broncos winning again. I'm going to give him as my riser because he just beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now, Patrick had the flu. He was very, very ill. You could see he didn't look like himself. But I'm still going to be happy for Russell Wilson. So he's my riser.
I like that.
Now, you took my faller because I wasn't going to take one player. I was going to take the entire Raiders organization as a whole.
Yeah.
Because they've forgotten how to just win, right? They fired their head coach, who you still have to pay for years because of the way the contract was structured. You refused to trade Adams away, who was begging to go, right? You could have offloaded him to several places. You made Jimmy G look absolutely terrible, which I don't believe he's terrible. Maybe he is. Maybe Shanahan made him look great. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the Raiders are acting as an organization as not an NFL franchise, right? Like maybe they need to go to the XFL, get their shit together, and then come back. So that's where I am with the Raiders. And that's and it's sad to see. The NFL is better when the Raiders are good, and the Raiders are not good as an organization, as a team. Their stadium's amazing if you haven't been there. I have. It's awesome.
I just really hate that for players like Max Crosby, who I see go ball out every week. I hate that for
Such a good
Devontae
player.
Adams, who can't put the ball in his
Such a good
own
player.
hands. You know what I mean? Jacoby Myers, who can't put the ball in his own hands.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs is still an awesome player, and he's developing every day. I love what I see out of Josh Jacobs, but he can't put the ball in his own hands. His team sucks.
Wouldn't it be
God.
nice to see Josh Jacob getting handoffs with a star in his helmet, and maybe Devontae playing for the Chiefs or the Jets? I mean, these are things that I'd like to see. Maybe Max Crosby, maybe playing for your Vikings or your Ravens. He can't go to the 49ers because they can't win games anymore. So
That would have made more sense.
he's got to go to a different team.
That would have made more sense.
I'm just
Talking
saying.
shit. See you at the top.
I'm just saying that for real, the Raiders, if you're going to do this, then clean house. Get rid of everybody. Get some picks. Because you know what? They have a really good rookie quarterback in Aiden O'Connell. And they're going to mess that up too.
Is he really good, or is just preseason fluff?
I don't know.
I watched him play. I watched him play whole college.
Let me ask you this: Can he move? Can he move?
He can move enough. He can move enough.
Who's your rising father?
Who, me? Well, I was gonna say Russ. I think Russ has been doing a phenomenal job. But I'm gonna give you another one, and I'm gonna give you a non-quarterback. It's the DN out of New York, Thibodeau. He put on a monster performance.
Yeah.
He put on a show.
Finally.
He's got top 5, 8.5 sacks in 3 years playing. Maybe he turns it up a little bit, right? Maybe that rival creates a little bit more intensity. Maybe he got the feel of a channel in his inner Lawrence Taylor. Not saying he was even remotely close to him, but the dude was a machine last week.
It was.
I mean, he was just all over the field, right? My faller right now is Tre'Davious Ward from the 49ers. He leads the league right now in PIs. Yeah, he's not looking good, bro. Every time I see number 7 lined up 1-on-1, bro, my heart starts pounding.
Yeah,
because I know he is not a true man-on-man corner, even though he's long. I feel like we need to do more combo coverage with him. He'll have more success. Jordan Addison ripped the damn ball from him with 16 seconds left on 3rd and 16. Shit pissed me off. And then he turns around and lays an egg last week versus Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and they just had a field day with him. I feel that guy's falling. I feel like adding Chase Young really helps as far as pressure goes, but we need to start working that combo coverage, man. We're not a man team at all. I watched the film. Joe Burrow was playing high school football with our defense. That's what it looked like. I swear to God. I watched it 4 times. Bro, with my quarterbacks, and it is literally, it looks like high school. It's like, what are we doing? We're getting pressure, but we're not finishing. But our defensive backs got to make plays when the ball's in their area, man. There's about 3 picks I could have counted on film that Joe Burrow should have had, but we didn't. We didn't get it.
So you putting
That's why they're DBs.
You putting the
That's
load.
why they're DBs.
You putting the load
Can't
of
catch
this
shit.
You putting the load of this losing streak on the cornerback, huh?
I'm not really putting it on the cornerback, man, but when you're mano a mano, if you look at it with the 49ers, man, we haven't won a title since Dion. We need a lockdown corner, man. I think missing Patrick Surtain sucks, but adding Chase Young is going to help.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to have that much firepower on your defensive line, that expensive firepower on your defensive line, and still have a premium cornerback. So you better start to draft well. As far as
didn't we give up a second for Tre'Davious Ward? I think we did.
Yeah, exactly. So
man.
Here's my
riser.
Nothing.
Here's my riser, and the name got dropped earlier today, and we also talked about why I think he's rising. Gus Edwards. Okay, you know what I mean. If the engine is going to go, then you need the bus. You know what I mean? You need the bus. If that engine over there in Baltimore is going to work late in December and January, he needs this. That's why it made sense why maybe they should have traded for Derrick Henry. But if you're going to go have a showing like that, Gus Edwards, 3 touchdowns. This man is touching the ball. If you need him to do it, he's doing it. He caught 2 passes out of the backfield, and one of them I said, okay, Gus. You know, Gus
been doing that though, bro.
Yeah,
he's a tough runner.
It was.
He don't get enough credit, so I'm glad you shouted him out.
So you know what I mean. we're shouting him out after his 3 touchdown performance. Those touchdowns did not come from Lamar. They came from Gus the Bus. You keep that up, and the Ravens are going to be dangerous.
Lamar
My
struggled this weekend.
Yes, sir. My faller is going to be kind of easy because, again, I'm going to actually use a whole unit. It's the Chiefs wide receiving core. I there's a lot of them. There's just a lot of guys. The whole wide receiving core. I just need to see some separation. The one thing I did see was the rookie Rasheed Rice. He actually got the
He been
work
going
done.
off.
Rice is
Not even
good,
more
yeah.
so. Not even more
Yeah,
so
he
him
was my
going off.
visor last week.
He actually is getting the snaps. He played the most snaps of any wide receivers. He ran the most routes of any wide receivers, which is good. But the telling thing was they actually got beat by the Broncos by multiple touchdowns. So I worry about that. You know what I mean? You have all of the. You tried to bring in Nicole. That got brought up earlier today. You have Travis Kelce still, but at the end of the day, Travis Kelce can't do all of this. Can't
Oh
do it
my
all.
God.
The Chiefs are gonna have to do better. If they're gonna win a Super Bowl again, we're gonna need to see way more production from these wide receivers. They're super fast. They're super athletic. They're agile. I just need to see some separation. I need to see some damn separation from the Chiefs. I'm not seeing it, and I don't know why. Somebody's got to step up because you missed it at the trade deadline. That's my fallers. Let's roll to the fourth quarter. Y'all know what it is. It's getting really kind of spooky. We just had Halloween this week, and it's getting spooky because I have been catching up on these predictions. I've been on y'all's ass the last couple of weeks, and I'm about to come find you, Newey. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tim are making a little dent into what we talked
I,
about and catching you.
I made a little run yesterday.
You,
Yeah, I made
you
a
did.
little run
Okay.
this
You
past
did.
week.
You did. It's been nice at
I'm
first.
back on it.
You were dominant, but it's time to get
I was
back
pretty
to
good
it.
last week too.
You weren't bad. You weren't
I
bad.
wasn't bad. I could be better. I could be better.
You weren't bad. But now it's time to get back to it. Bernard, are you ready for this week 9 run through?
Let's go.
I mean, for the fans, man, do you think you can hold it down for the fans? I'm ready for this
Easy.
game. This is our Thursday night game.
You're the worst week. Yeah, you're the worst week so far.
Right now, yes, that is true.
FYI.
Our Thursday night game is going to be fun. We got the Will Levis show going up against the Steelers. That should be happening tonight. What do you think, guys?
Steel curtain.
Steel curtain? Know who you got?
I got the Titans. I think the Titans get it done. I don't know how, but they'll get it done.
I don't trust it yet. I don't trust the mayo and the
I
coffee
don't
yet.
know, man. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens if Will Levis delivers the mail the way he's been doing. We'll see what happens.
I like that
think
statement.
Trubisky's gonna play.
I like that statement. He don't trust the mayo and the coffee yet.
I mean,
Tim,
yeah,
who you got?
we'll see.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh because this is a rookie quarterback going against Pittsburgh Steelers defense.
That's
and
what I'm
Mike
saying,
Tomlin
bro.
with a week to look at this. I mean, it's a short week as well for the rookie. But if he does it again, then we got to start talking about is this real? But I got
Yeah, for
Pittsburgh.
real. He's a
I think,
talented kid, bro.
I think that there was a lot of
Keep
talk.
that same energy for Brock.
I think there was a lot of talk about Derrick Henry's removal from this team for weeks and weeks, and I think he gets to focus. I think he's going to lock in. I think they're going to realize they're in a short week and they have a rookie quarterback. They're going to pound the ball. Derrick Henry's going to do some numbers because guess what? I mean, the quarterback on the other side of the field is a little banged up, and it's hard to run the ball against that team. So I got the Titans on this one. On the Sunday, we got a showdown, our early game overseas. We got the Chiefs and the Dolphins. Who you got? Bernard.
I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs. I think you get a pissed off Mahomes. Hopefully he's not sick again. But I think they're gonna come out and go ham against him.
I like that
What's the
defense.
weather like What's the weather
Don't
like where
matter.
they're going to be? Is it going to be cold and
Maybe
chilly
it may be
and
cold.
rainy?
Yeah, it may be cold.
That's a
Maybe
good
cold and
question. I
chilly,
don't know
Man,
bro.
how it is in Germany in November.
yeah, I don't know, but if this
Are they
game was
playing in
in Kansas
Berlin?
City, I would say the Chiefs. After what I've seen from them recently and the egg that they laid, now you have to travel all the way to England and play the Dolphins. It's a tough game for me, but I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
I like it too. I mean, as far as I can see, man, I talked about it earlier in the season. A top three defensive player in the NFL just re-entered the chat. Immediately, he made an impact. You saw who Jalen Ramsey was. He reminded you who he was, and he made an impact. And again, you're going against these Chiefs wide receivers who can't get separation. Because of that, they're going to get
Trash.
after. They're going to get after Pat Mahomes. I actually like Miami in this one. I'm not going to say that they'll be able to go win a championship doing the same, but this game in Germany, give me the Dolphins. This
Yeah,
Good
is my
luck in
agreed.
46-degree weather.
yeah.
There's
We'll see.
there's gonna be a lot of pressure on Tua up on this game, bro. If he don't win
I
this,
can see it.
bro,
I can see it. This is huge, though. This
It's
is
a
the one.
toss-up game for me, really, but
Yeah,
I
nah, it
yeah,
just
is.
think Miami
Bro,
has the edge in
yeah,
England.
yeah.
bro, we
They
just won it.
It's over.
Oh my God.
We're champions.
They won the World Series.
thumbnail.
Oh,
The Texas
man.
Rangers, I think, is their
Yeah.
name.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't even know baseball was still going on, but
Yeah.
Woo!
Big Dallas things. Yeah, big Dallas things.
Oh man, we
Let's keep it
fucking won
rolling.
it, dog.
Yeah,
Oh my
let's keep it
God.
rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
yeah, let's
This
get
is
this going so Newey can go celebrate.
yeah. You're right. You're right. This is my unfortunate one, man. We got the Falcons versus the Vikings. Who y'all got?
I got the Falcons. Bro,
Atlanta.
what does the hum mean, bro?
I got the Browns on this one, homie. Good luck, Tyler Heineke, against that defense.
The Browns.
The Browns.
He's just
Hold
so
on, hold
hyped
on,
up.
hold on.
It's the Falcons,
He's
buddy.
Bro,
too
I ain't
excited.
even thinking, bro. I can't
The
even
Browns.
think. Hold on,
Too
what you said?
excited. Atlanta and
Falcons,
I got
Minnesota.
Minnesota, bro. I got Minnesota. I can't even think right now. I
Oh my
can't even
God!
think,
Look
bro.
at him. Yeah, it's
I can't
crazy.
even think, bro. We waited 30 years for this shit, bro. Oh
We
my
did.
God.
We did it.
I'm getting all the World Series gear ever. We
That's beautiful.
champions.
Hey, look, I as much as I want to ride with my boys, man, we are on a
Gotta be
absolute
realist.
nasty streak of me being real and going with the phonies. So in this game, I think we're gonna roll with it again, and I'm gonna ride with y'all and ride with the Falcons. Let's keep it moving. We got the Bears up against the Saints. I think we're gonna have another game with no Justin Fields. Who you got, North?
Saints, number 7.
Golly. I never would have thought. I never would have thought that in 1 hour that we would hear, 8 or 9 Taysom Hill drops.
Bro,
But
Taysom Hill is the special player, bro.
oh
He's
my
a
God.
number one
He's
quarterback.
an eight.
He's a
He's what
starting
Tim Tebow
quarterback.
should have
Oh
done.
my God. I
He's
don't want
They
to.
play
8-2 and
Chicago,
not a
right?
starter.
They
Yeah,
play
not a
Chicago,
they
right?
play Chicago. I don't want to talk about it. Who you got?
It's the Saints. It's the Saints.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah, this is the Saints because they have a really good H back. This
Yeah.
is the Saints are going to win this game.
It's
We know
going to
that.
be tough. I think it's going to be a little tough to have a rookie go to play, in New Orleans. I think that'll be rough. I got the Saints on this one. This is probably going to be a pretty ugly game. The Rams versus the Packers. I don't know if it's going to be watchable, especially with no Stafford. Who you got?
I got Green Bay. This is my last chance.
Green Bay.
You
They
said
need to
no
come on,
Stafford?
man.
No Stafford. As of
Stafford's
right
out. Green
now,
Bay.
No,
Green
no
Bay.
Stafford,
right
and,
now,
and
it's no
Bennett's
Stafford.
still not with the team, so you got to go
So
with
who's
Green Bay.
starting? Rippin?
Yeah.
Rippin's
Yeah,
the starter?
gotta be.
As of right now, that is correct.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Boise State.
Yeah.
No,
Unfortunately,
no.
this is going to be that game that's going to make Green Bay look temporarily good. I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks, thinking that it was going to be the Aaron Jones breakout game. Maybe I was a couple of weeks late or too early. It's time now. I got the Packers in this one. We got the Commanders versus the Patriots. Who you got?
I got New England.
I got the Commanders. I think they get it done. Back-to-back losses. Only way up is a W.
For
Back-to-back
Yeah.
losses, but you just had a heartbreaker against the Eagles, and you're traveling to
They
Bill
played tough.
Belichick and the New England Patriots,
Ain't
who are
nobody worried about Bill no more,
doing some
man.
things. Out of
Forbes
my
is
sheer
trash,
hate,
bro.
my
Forbes
sheer
is
and you
trash.
know what? Washington just let go of their two pass rushers, so I'm going to go with the
Exactly.
New England Patriots
Yeah, I
on this
mean
one.
Exactly.
that's why it's kind of
Commanders.
a no-brainer to me. I don't think the week you let go of both of your pass rushers on both sides, both starters in the same week, you would expect to go to Bill Belichick and think you're going to win.
No,
I don't know. I think this the Patriots needed a boost in their wide receiving room. I think this new kid, Mario Davis, and then Juju being healthy is going to be kind of interesting. I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one. We got the Seahawks versus the Ravens, and in my head, this is the game of the week. Who do you have?
Baltimore gonna blow them out.
Yeah, Lamar's 16-1 versus NFC teams. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
Baltimore's going to smoke them.
they said it the last time when the Lions played is that these teams that don't get to play Lamar a lot, they're not used
They're not
to it,
used
and it
to it.
takes them a
Yeah.
while, and he does win those games.
Wait,
However, if this game was in Seattle, I would be picking the Seahawks, but because it's in
I would too.
Baltimore, I'm going to stick with the Ravens.
Yeah, me too.
but
I think
Seattle, bro, Seattle has seen Lamar Jackson before, bro. Like the
But not
Lions
no,
have
they
often
have,
been
enough.
but they
too.
don't get to see him. They don't get to
Not
see him on a
often enough.
consistent basis as AFC teams, and
Right.
that's just a simple
You
fact.
can't really prepare for a guy like
Yeah,
that,
you
man.
can't.
It's hard.
Unless
Yeah.
you played him multiple times.
You can't. That for me, I'm with Tim. If this game was played in Seattle, I would actually ride with Seattle on this game. You're not going to beat Baltimore out there. Let's go, Lamar. The next one. This is kind of a. It's too early to say make or break, but this is a season-changing game for both teams here. Tampa Bay and the Houston Texans. Who you got?
I got Houston.
I got Tampa.
Yeah, I got to think that Baker's got to get it right. It's been a couple tough weeks for the Buccaneers, and
Yeah.
they've been slugging away, but they just haven't been able to close the deal. Houston losing to Carolina told me a lot about Houston,
did.
so I'm gonna ride with Tampa on this one.
It did. I don't know if y'all can see or if y'all been able to tell, but this team, the Texans, cannot run the football. It's kind of bad. It's really
They
bad.
don't want to. They don't want to.
The really good thing is, C.J. Stroud they're not turning the
Can throw the
football
ball
over.
40
So,
times.
their turnover differential is really good right now because they're just not turning it over. I really do
Exactly.
like the team, but I think because of this, because you can't run the ball, you weren't going to be able to run the ball in Tampa Bay anyways. But I don't want to get in a slugfest or a shootout with the Buccaneers just because of how they're built. I got the Buccaneers in this game. The Cardinals versus the Browns. Cardinals probably going to have a new quarterback. The Browns, we don't know
But-
who's going to play quarterback.
It doesn't really matter. I got Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland, Arizona's a dumpster fire.
Why you be doing this? What do you, Skip Bayless?
I thought about it. I was like, man, I got the K1 jersey on. I was like, shit.
Man, bye.
Man,
He's
I'm
not
not
playing.
stupid. I'm not stupid. I got the Browns. Let's keep it moving, man. Let's go the Colts versus the Panthers. We got the Colts versus the Panthers. Who you got, Bernard?
I got Gardner Minshew and Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
Colts.
Yeah,
Colts.
I love that. The Colts, I think, going to Carolina and really put it on the Panthers this week. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What they did last week was a lie.
It was a lie. I agree.
I don't think it was
Bro.
a lie. I don't think it was a lie. I think this
It was
team is still.
battle of the rookies.
Hear me out. Hear me out. This team is still pretty trash, but the one thing that finally changed, I think it was we overrated. I don't think we did here, but a lot of people might have overrated Miles Sanders this summer. Chuba Hubbard started to get a lot more of that workload. He showed you what kind of back he was, and I think he carried that win. It wasn't Bryce Young. Chuba Hubbard getting 60% of the snaps is what changed that game, if you ask me. I'm going to roll with the Panthers on this one. I don't think they're the better team. I just like them at home. I like the momentum. I do like the Colts better. I like the Panthers in this one. This one is going to be absolute garbage. Don't even turn the game on. If it comes on,
Jets,
I'm mad.
Giants.
If you put it on red zone,
Jets, Giants.
I'm discontinuing it.
That was
I will
last
have
week.
no more red
This
zone
week.
if I see any part of the Giants versus the Raiders game this week. Who you got, Bernard?
I got the Giants against the Jets, right? We're going Jets, Giants,
No,
right?
No,
it's
Jets
the
no,
beat
that was
Giants.
the
last
I
week,
Giants
wouldn't
last
bro.
talk
week.
like that. I wouldn't talk like that over the
Oh, I'm
Jets,
tripping.
the rising
My
Jets.
bad. My bad.
This is the Giants versus the Raiders. This is the stink match.
My bad. Yeah, I got the Giants, bro.
Well, this is the toilet bowl.
Giants.
Man, I got both teams losing, but give me the
I
Giants.
would prefer that. Man. But you know what? For me, I got the Giants in this one. I think Daniel Jones is coming back. I don't think he makes a difference as far as talent wise, but I think his psyche, just sitting back and looking like maybe he can reflect. Maybe it'll be enough to beat this dumpster team in the Raiders because they just got a new coach. That's why I'm gonna ride with the Giants. Next, this is a big game. It's a big game for you boys.
I mean,
Cowboys
this is the
versus
game of the day. You tried to talk about the other
I,
game with the Ravens and the Seahawks, but this is the game
Buffalo.
of the day.
I don't think so because there's a chance for those other two teams to be number one seed. There is a path for both of those teams to be able to be number one seed. To me, this can go either way for the Cowboys versus Eagles because it always does. So it didn't really feel like it mattered as much. Cowboys
It
versus
matters because that number one seed is still in effect for both teams as well. It
Eagles. They always
matters.
split.
Game of the day. Two best teams going at it. Right there. Right in front of you. We're talking
got
about
Philly.
Baltimore and Seattle, and we've got Philly and Dallas.
I got Philly.
I got the Cowboys.
See,
I think the Cowboys get it done.
we live in America.
Knew it.
You
You
cannot
don't know
go
what I
against the
know.
Cowboys when you live in America.
I don't give a
they're
damn what you
America's
know,
team.
but I know that you're trash in fantasy, and we got an upcoming game, and you probably gonna lose this one too.
Dallas is
head
not
tells
going to
me-
beat Philly this time. I promise you, it's the first time of them playing. They never beat them the first time.
My head tells me to pick the Eagles, but my heart is not going to
Hell.
allow that to happen. I'm riding with the Cowboys so that
Oh
when they
my
do
God.
win, I can come on this show talking a lot of smack.
You got to be honest.
You're not going to Philly, man.
Bro.
You're not going to Philly
Bro.
and winning
Why
this
do y'all
game.
think we're going to go beat Philly in Philly?
You're not, in Philly, it's not happening. I got the Eagles.
Jalen,
in this.
listen, Jalen Hurts may
it
not
might
make
be-
it out of the game.
It might be another ugly one. If you want to be honest, it might be ugly in Philly going the Eagles' way. I actually love this game too. We got another badass Sunday night game.
The
This is a
disrespect.
big time playoff preview. We got the Bills versus the Bengals.
Buffalo dominates.
You know what?
I got the Bengals, homie. Joe
Yeah,
Burrow gets back to his ways, homie.
I don't
on.
trust Josh Allen on the road in a big game.
And his Bengals, yeah, they're going to turn the ball over. The defensive coordinator does a great job at getting mismatches in the second half. He's been known for that. Yeah, good luck with that.
Cincinnati gets
If you
turned
turn the
over.
ball over more than one, they're 0-5.
Look,
Joe Burrow's on fire.
absolute
He's the
fire.
best quarterback in the AFC right now, outside of Patrick Mahomes. Joe Burrow is going to win this game.
He go
Look,
on that bullshit, bro.
Look, I should have.
Who's better than
should've
Joe
threw
outside
on-
of Patrick?
I should have threw on the
Joe
Burrow.
Burrow has
Jay Lamar.
one or two games, and now
He's back.
Look,
That's great.
He first off, he's back, and there's already a problem over in Buffalo. Josh Allen has a shoulder injury. He's a non-participant right now at practice. So, I mean, it's probably nothing. He's probably going to play. But give me a healthy Joe Burrow or a almost healthy Joe Burrow over a banged-up Josh Allen all day in Cincinnati. I'm going to roll with the Bengals on this. Monday night, this is another maybe possible playoff
fun
preview.
game.
This is kind of a fun game. This is probably, in my opinion, this might be the two wild card spots. Actually, we got the Chargers versus the Jets on Monday night. Who y'all got?
I got the Chargers.
I got the Jets. Just going to whoop their ass.
I'm rolling
Right.
with the Jets for sure. because
Right.
we've seen what
Justin
this
Herbert
wide,
is not clutch, and that
we've seen
defense
with this
is ready.
wide open defense, we've seen them get snuffed out by really good defenses. And by the way, the Jets still have a really good defense. They're not as good as what they were portrayed that they were going to be, but they're still pretty good. This
They
is
don't
in New
cover.
York. I've been there. That environment's incredible. I mean, they played neck and neck with the Chiefs for quite a bit in the game I was at. So I expect the Jets to win this game. And Aaron Rodgers will be in the building, so that's always good for Zach.
I'm gonna ride with the Jets, and I mean, as you were talking, my mind kind of changed. I was riding with the Chargers at first when I first thought about this game, just thinking just QB matchup maybe. But the more and more I think about it, this not like they've just been throwing up all of these points. 24 points, 28 points, 24 points, 17, 17. I don't really necessarily say that they're just gonna go throw up all these points, especially not on the Jets. Let me go ride with the Jets on this one. I'm about to catch up on you boys, point blank. This was a good show. I enjoyed it. Bernard, thank you for coming. We had a couple of stops in the meantime. Shout outs to the Texas Rangers, because guess what? We just won the World Series. That's really
Bro,
dope.
oh
That's so
my
crazy.
God.
This
Already
was
got my gear on Fanatics.
this is hey,
My man ordered his gear already.
Already my gear, bro. It's
before
on.
before I go, because he's dear to me, Kirk Cousins, get healthy. In the meantime, I'm wearing that Kyler Murray, because guess who just got healthy? But without further ado, play that theme music, Mark. Let's get up out of here.